done. Always be a good boy, I don't never play with guns. I shot a man and zero. Just to watch it ride. Train keeps the rolling. I hang my head and cry. From some fancy dining car, robbing, drinking coffee, smoking big cigars. I knew I had it coming. I didn't know I can't be free. That train keeps a rolling. That's what tortures me. From that prison, that railroad train line, I'd probably move it on a little farther down the line. Far from most of prison, that's where I want to stay. I like that old blow my blues away. Thank you very much. I am Johnny Cash. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I get to do the thing I like to do more than anything else in the world, and that's play Johnny Cash songs, ladies and gentlemen. Johnny Cash is the only human on the planet Earth inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Country Music Hall of Fame, Songwriter Hall of Fame, and Folk Music Hall of Fame, ladies and gentlemen. He got his start down in Memphis, Tennessee, along with Elvis Presley, Carl Perkins, Jerry Lee Lewis, all them rabble-rousers down there at Sun Ranch. You know, the thing about Memphis was, there was no place you could play live. If you wanted to play live, you had to go down to Louisiana Hayride. As a matter of fact, that's the first time Johnny Cash ever got to see Elvis play live, was at the Louisiana Hayride. He was really impressed with Elvis. He was so impressed with Elvis, he wrote a special song just for Elvis. But then he found out that Elvis Presley sent a love note to his potential future girlfriend, June Carter, who was also working at the Louisiana Hayride. He decided he wasn't going to give that song to Elvis, he's going to keep it for himself. It's a good thing he did, because he made a lot of money. And I want to do that song for you right now. It goes like this. My shoes, now he kept from getting blue. Red and sugar, a little head, my shoes shine right. Let us say, get rhythm. You got the blues, get rhythm. You got the blues. Got the wrist to make the knee so fine. Shake all the trouble everywhere, like to get rhythm. And you got the blues. Make it beat so fine, she gonna give us a good rhythm. so I can square the whip. Little boy, you working out with me. Said I like it with the big white ring, about the shoe shine right. Said it again, with breath on. You got the blues. You got the blues. Darling, listen, we can be so fine. All over the good time, get left on. Have you got the blues? Thank you very much, boy. We got a fine bunch of folks here tonight. We're going to have a Johnny Cash good time, I guarantee. I want to do for you the song that got Johnny Cash barred from the Grand Ole Opry. There are people that say that Johnny Cash used to drink too much. Now, I don't believe that's true. But it is a fact that he had a few to drink the night he showed up at the Ryman Theater. And he was singing this song, and he got all carried away, and he stomped out all the footlights. We don't have any footlights. I can't reproduce that part of the show. But I guarantee you're going to remember this song, and it has nothing to do with stomping out footlights. You're going to remember it. I left home when I was 3, and it didn't leave much for my ma and me. Just this old guitar, empty bottle of booze. I don't care that he run his hip. The biggest thing that he ever did is, before he left, he went and named me Sue. I must have thought that was a pretty good joke, and it got a lot of laughs from a lot of folks. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some gal would giggle and I turned red, some guy laughed, I'd bust his head. Things just ain't that easy for a boy named Sue. I grew up quick, I grew up mean. This got hard, which got keen. I rode from town to town to hide my shame. But I swore by the moon and stars, I'd search those honky-tonks and bars, and I'd find that mangy weasel and name me Sue. Well, it was Gatlinburg in mid-July. I rode into town, my throat was dry. I thought I'd stop and have myself a brew. There on a street of mud, sitting at a table dealing stud, was that mangy rat that wouldn't name me Sue. I knew that snake was my old sweet dad by the old photograph that my ma had, and I recognized the scarlet cheek and his eagle eye. Big and bad, bragging old, and I looked at him and my blood run cold. I said, hey, my name is Sue. How do you do? Now you are gonna die! Well, I hit him once right between the eyes, and he went down into my surprise. Come up with a knife and he cut off a chunk of my ear. I busted a chair right across his teeth, and we went through the wall out into the street. Kicked him in the gap and in the buds, the blood and the beard. Well, I fought tougher men, but I really don't remember when. Kicked like a mule and he bit like a crocodile. I heard him laugh, then I heard him cuss. He went for his gun, but I drew mine first, and he stood there in the street, and I seen him smile. He said, son, this world is rough. If you're gonna make it, you gotta be tough, and I knew I wouldn't be around to help you along. So I gave you that name, I said goodbye. I knew you'd have to get tough or die. You know it's that name that helps make you strong. Now you just fought one hell of a fight. I know you had me, you have the right to kill me now. I wouldn't blame you if you do. Well, you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in your gut and the spit in your eye. I'm that mangy weasel that named you Sue. What could I do? What could I do? What could I do? I got all choked up. Threw down my gun, called me a father, called me a son. I went away with a different point of view. And I think about him every now and then, every time I try and every time I win. If I ever have a boy, I'm gonna name him Bill or George or Ralph, anything but Sue. That's an awful name. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You know, Johnny Cash had to go on to Memphis, Tennessee, and then Sam Phillips become a songwriter and a singer. I guarantee you he'd made his way out to New Mexico and been a cowboy. And I'd like to do for you a very special song This is my favorite Johnny Cash cowboy song. Goes like this. Old cowboy been riding out one dark and windy day. Stopped above a ridge as he rode upon his way. All at once the mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw riding across the windy sky. I never thought it was wrong. It was still on fire and their tools through the steam. Their horns were bright and shiny, their hot breath he could feel. All bold and fear went through him as he rode on through the sky. Heard the riders come hard, they all bent over the ground. Ghost riders in the sky. Their faces are gold, their eyes are blurred, their clothes were soaked in sweat. Trying to guess that devil's hurt, but they ain't caught him yet. Forced to ride forever on that range up to the sky. There's a snorting fire. You can hear their mournful cry. As he rode on by, he heard a cowboy call his name. You want to save your soul from hell, riding on this reins. And cowboy, change your ways today, or with us you will ride. Try to catch the devil's herd across the blue sky. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Keep those hands together for my singing partner, my sweet wife, Miss June Carter.
John,
Be careful.
hey, y'all. I just couldn't hardly wait to get out here and see y'all. How's everybody doing? How y'all doing over here? Y'all doing all right? Y'all doing right back there? I'll tell you, I've been so excited to get back out here and see everybody. You know, John?
Well, John, you be careful getting the road side. You almost fell over there. You almost had an accident.
John, I had never had an accident in my life.
You have never had an accident? Never.
Never. Well, you know that bull did throw me over the fence last year.
Yeah, you don't call that an accident?
No, I really think he did it on purpose.
Oh.
You know, I had to go doctor this morning, John.
You did?
Yeah.
What happened?
He said for me to take a pink pill every morning with a big glass of water. And then at noon to take a blue pill with a big glass of water. And every night before I go to bed I have to take a green pill with a big glass of water.
Well, what was Dr. Sickles' problem?
I'm not drinking enough water. that.
You took the dog to the
The
vet.
dog swallowed a bullet.
The dog swallowed a bullet.
He did.
What did the vet say?
He said, well, don't point him at me.
I think we need to sing a song.
Well, all right.
How about you sing?
All right, if you want to have me, you got to try.
Pacific shore. Winds of the mountains and nothing came to know. She's my darling, she knows my well, my home. She's my combination for what I can call.
If you know this or not, but in 1970 and 1972, Johnny Cash had the #1 television show in the whole United States. He went to his producers and said, you know what I want to do? I want to have Bob Dylan on my show. They said, no, you can't have Bob Dylan on your show because he's one of them peacenik, radical hippies. You can't have him on there. They said, well, it's my show, and I'm having him on there. And he did have John Bob Dylan on. And ladies and gentlemen, it was the first time Bob was introduced to the whole of America, and he was a star after that. And Johnny Cash and him became great friends, and June and Johnny recorded one of his songs that made a doggone Grammy out of it, and I'm going to play it for you right now. It goes like this.
say you're looking for someone to pick you up each time you fall. Together flowers constantly and to come each time you call. And we'll love you for your life and nothing more. It ain't me. No, it ain't me. It ain't me but looking for.
Tell y'all a little story about this song. Now, first time I laid eyes on John here, I was singing at the Ryman Theater in Grand Ole Opry with my Mother Maybelle Carter, and my sisters. My sisters, we sang on the radio since I was 6 years old. And John came backstage and he said, I am a really big fan of the Carter family. And he said, he looked right at me. He said, and you? He said, I'm really a big fan of yours. He said, I'm going to marry you someday. I said, really? Well, I just can't wait. But I tell you what, that boy had eyes like little black opals that could burn a hole in a girl's heart. And I guess he burned a hole in mine. Because I didn't see him for 7 years after that when he called me and asked me to join his band because he needed a girl singer. But that night I went home and I wrote this song that we're about to do, and he heard my sister Lee singing it. He said, I like that song. He said, I want to record that song. Well, he didn't know till after we recorded that I wrote it about him. I didn't dare let him know. He'd see right through me. So, when I wrote it, it's kind of like this. Love is a burning thing. Makes a fire rain. I fell for you like a child. Ooh, but the flying wild. Does that ring a bell? John got hold of this is what he did with me.
Love is a burning thing. It makes a fiery rain. Wow, my wildest side, I fell into real fire. Oh, I fell into the burning ring of fire. I went down, down, down. The flame went higher and it burns, burns, burns. That ring of fire. Taste of love is sweet. With hearts like ours beat. I fell for you like a child. Oh, far and wide. Oh, I fell into the burning ring of fire. I went down, down, down. Flame high,
coming on. Preacher was preaching the other day. He asked that age-old question, if there's anyone in this room here tonight that's perfect, stand up now. One guy stood up in the back of the room. Preacher said, man, you think you're perfect? He said, no, I was standing up for my wife's ex-husband. He couldn't figure it. Just be close to home out there, all right? So, hell is your little goggles on to make up for that.
Alright, y'all gonna remember this one.
I remember when I was a lad, I worked hard and times were bad. There's a silver light behind each and every cloud. Just poor people, that's all we were, trying to make a living off of foul and dirt. We'd get together in the evening singing loud. Just sing me.
Mama sang to me.
Me, little brother, would join right in there, singing and singing down the trouble. So, one of these days, and it won't be long, I'm gonna join them in a song. I'll join that family circle and throne. Well, the circle won't be broken. Find my love. Let it sing, baby.
Mama sang to me.
Me, little brother, would join right in there in the sky, Lord, in the sky. I remember after work, Mama would call in all of us. You could hear us singing for a country mile. Brother is done gone on, I'm gonna join them in a song. I'll join that family circle at the throne. Let us sing me.
Mama sang to me.
Me, little brother, join right in there, singing, singing down the troubled soul. One of these days, and it won't be long, I'm gonna join them in a song. I'll join that family circle at the throne. Well, the circle won't be broken. Find my love. Let it sing me.
Mama sang to me.
Me, little brother, join right in there in the sky, Lord, in the sky. In the sky, Lord, in the sky.
This is a great bunch of people here, John. Y'all did wonderful.
I love Johnny Cash people.
You know, John, I was talking to little Johnny Carter Cash Jr. last night about his daddy.
Yeah, what'd you tell him?
Yeah, well, I told him, I said, now your daddy, when he was young, he didn't have all the stuff you got.
Right.
I said, you know, he was really poor.
Right.
Well, they didn't have anything. He had to pick cotton every morning before school, and they was lucky to have shoes on their feet and food on their table.
Wait a second, Jim. Now, we was poor, but everyone was poor when I was growing up. But we always had food to eat. We always had shoes on our feet. And you're exaggerating. You're exaggerating. I'm gonna have to straighten him out when I get home.
Well, I was trying to teach the boy the value of money.
Well, I appreciate it. It's an admirable thing you're doing, but you can't exaggerate. What else you tell him?
Well, I told him, I said, now your daddy, he got up every morning and he picked cotton. He walked 10 miles to school in the snow every day. And even though he had a hard life, he graduated with honors, straight A's, he finished school and never missed a day.
Well, Jim, there you go again. I made it to school more than I missed, I believe, but I was no magna cum nothing. I was kind of in that C category, you know what I'm talking about? There you go exaggerating. I'm going to have to talk to that boy when I get home. You're exaggerating. I'm going to straighten him out when I get home.
Well, John, I was trying to teach the boy the value of education.
Well, I appreciate that, what you're trying to do, but I'm going to straighten him out. Anything else you told me to do?
Well, I told him, I said, look, John, I said, your daddy is the best looking man in the whole world and the best singer in the whole world. And I guess you are going to straighten him out on that when you get home, huh?
I'm going to tell him to keep his mouth shut when his mama's talking, because she's always right. That's what I'm thinking. We got married in a fever. We've been talking about Jackson. Jackson town. What do you say?
Down to Jackson, whatever go ahead. Oh, baby, you can call me man, make a big fool of yourself. Well, on down to Jackson, you can call me man.
I'm gonna snowball Jackson.
Go ahead and see my head.
Well, I breathe into that city. All them women's gonna stoop and bow. All them women gonna make me teach them what they do. Now I'm going to Jackson.
Well, go ahead.
Listen, I'm going to Jackson.
The lights on slow. You, Jackson, I'm gonna hold it. And when you ride around on the small hang on with your tail between your legs. Good old
Well, we got married to Peter. Well, Pepper's proud. We've been talking about Jackson ever since a far away now. I'm going to Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
That's it, man. I'm going to Jackson. They never told me that. Yeah, I'm going to Jackson and all your begging's not slowing me down.
Now go ahead and go, John.
Play on.
I tell you what, John, don't call me up. Ask me to send you a Greyhound bus ticket to come home again, 'cause I just ain't gonna do this time. John, so sweet.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very special song here. Now we're going to try to do this as original as we can possibly get it, because it's a very it was a bluegrass tune, and the Carter family made it very popular a long time ago. June actually won a Grammy herself for this song. Explain it to her.
Well, you know, this song, my mama sang it, her mama sang it, her mama's mama sang it. Everybody's been singing it since the 1800s. And every country band used to sing it. And this is a very sad song. This is about a young girl that falls in love with some no-good rascal.